was in a nice French wine St. Peter throws a party. I met a nice young blonde. She's good with origami and she knows what time to leave. Accommodations wonderful, and I could be hard to please. Well, I must admit these last few years they seem Shakespearean. Enough plots and plans is there to sand the killing on a Generian. Every vengeful wife, her obedient son, and one most disapproving daughter. Big laid in the bed, and Richard III look as meek as Hamlet's mother. While I'm waiting on to get the last laugh, got a Cadillac filled with cash. Got a Nat King Cole on God's radio, and I got Einstein's autograph. But tossed my girlfriend out and locked me up and threw away the key. Got a judge to say I was crazy and then just left me be. Stole my last works and wishes, and when I could not make a sound, gave himself to dedication after I was on the ground. I'm waiting on to get the last laugh. I got a Cadillac filled with cash. I got a Nat King Cole on God's radio, and I got Einstein's autograph. The life I live, the life you tell, well the facts lie incognito. At least the New York Times was kind enough to mention my libido. Got a jackboot lawyer destined for jail, and he sold you down the river to watch your greed for glory. Oh, makes a dead man shiver. But that's okay, you can have your day. But as far as I could see, at least I know you're miserable, and that's just fine with me. Well, I finally got the very last laugh. I got a Cadillac filled with gas. I got Nat King Cole on God's radio, and I got Einstein's autograph. I got Nat King Cole on God's radio, and I got Einstein's autograph. Well, hey, Junior, what the hell with that funeral? I said, hey, Junior, what the hell with that funeral? Standing there clapping for my crazy old wife, the same folks that hated me most of my life. Well, hey, Junior, what the hell with that funeral? Well, hey, Junior, what was you thinking? The opiates and the eulogies got this old man drinking. Did nobody ever read my book in that room? I thought you were burying old Pat Boone. Well, hey, Junior, that low. I got no time to stop and taste the wine. I got to move on down the line. And the ghost in my rear view keeps staring back at me, saying slow down, you got no place to go. I'm just heading to that graveyard down on Highway 61. No one's gonna miss me when I'm gone. Well, I used to have a true love, you know I love her still, but I gave her up for whiskey and pills. She said, you love that big old rig more than you love me. Hit the road, and then she set me free. And the ghost in my rear view keeps staring back at me, saying, slow down, you got no place to go. I'm just heading to that graveyard down on Highway 61. No one's gonna miss me when I'm gone. From the East Coast to the West Coast, I know every track of road. Like a gypsy, I call that road my home. Jesus, he's watching over me. He's along for the ride. In my smokestack's burning flames, I'm a bat straight out of hell. I got to move on down the line. And the ghost in my rear view keeps staring back at me, saying, slow down, you got no place to go. I'm just heading to that graveyard down on Highway 61. No one's gonna miss me when I'm gone. No one's gonna miss me when I'm gone. And baby, I'm as if you would care, you are still not watching. You said this is everything you've ever wanted. This is everything that makes you feel. This is everything you've ever wished for. This is everything, everything you. This is everything you've ever wanted. This is everything that makes you feel. This is everything you've ever prayed for. This is everything. For a moment that somewhere inside of you, some dark, distant, self-made sobriety, a place you pretend there was no one listening. Have the innocence paid for the reckless desires that fall from your soul? Does this feed your sick need to assume all control? You are still not listening. This is everything you've ever wanted. This is everything that
Episode 142. Stl Roar, Louiswood Love Studios. We've got a band in the house called Send the Message. Let me see, is that the right one? We don't have to feed them or drink them or anything. They just like to hear music. How awesome is that? So, you guys are ready to play?
Hell yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Is that on?
We haven't done sound check on this or this.
Well, go ahead. He said, I don't hear it.
Check.
Nothing.
Where's the switch on here?
The bottom.
Check 1, 2.
You're on.
Check. All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Ready? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We've been all so broken, we've lost track of time. Don't try to stand up to them, we'll just run and hide. Let's all turn a blind eye, keep it all inside. We'll just wait for nothing, time to stand in line. I've been all so tired, and I've thought this through. I will stand beside you, now I will rescue you. Now the tide is coming, we are not your slaves. Time to break the wall down, 'cause we're all lost in the waves. We build it up just to break it all down. Now we found the pieces, gotta put this all together. I spent all my life just standing in line. Now we found the answer, we finally found a break in the way. Finally found a break in the way. Now the tide has come, it's time to take them down. Time to stand up to them, time to take the crown. Now the wall has crumbled, we will flood right through. I stood beside you, now I will rise with you. Now the tide is coming, we are not your slaves. Time to break the wall down, 'cause we're all lost in the waves. We build it up just to break it all down. Now we found the pieces, gotta put this all together. I spent all my life just standing in line. Now we found the answer, we finally found a break in the way. Finally found a break in the way. Take my time. See the pieces falling, it never seems to change. All my life, finding something better, searching for the answer. Take your time. See the pieces falling, it never seems to change. All my life, we finally found the answer. We build it up just to break it all down. Now we found the pieces, gotta put this all together. I spent all my life just standing in line. Now we found the answer, we finally found a break in the way. Yeah, yeah, finally found a break in the way.
Thank you. Right on,
You
right
can hear it out there, but in here, not. Yeah, it's all good though. Yeah, at least they can hear you out there.
on. Right, right.
And all your lyrics are coming up on the live feed too.
All right, cool. Right on.
That was Lost in the Waves, by the way.
Yeah, lost in the waves.
All
All right. All
right,
right.
let's hear another one.
Go get him.
And go get 'em. Show them what you're made of. Won't you show them? Won't you show them what set you apart from me? And don't lose it. It's sent down from above. And what is it that makes you blind? Why is it that you can't see? Cause I know you don't want this life of misery. Cause I know you don't want this life of misery. The time's slipping. Let your demons go. Show them those you want and the answers you now know. Cause I know that you've been slipping, and I've been waiting all this time. Cause I know that you've been slipping, and I've been waiting all this time. Cause time will tell it all again. It's time to say goodbye, my friend. Cause time will tell it all again. It's time to say goodbye, my friend. Take it off the shelf now and put it into play. Those demons try the best now, but you will find a way. That cold sweat dripping wild from the bottom of your face has proven you're a fighter and vanquished in the rain. Now it's time to become what you always wanted to be. Now it's time to realize that you set those demons free. Cause time will tell it all again. It's time to say goodbye, my friend. Cause time will tell it all again. It's time to say goodbye, my friend. Woo!
Man, I keep forgetting my guitar's not plugged in. I'm not used to it. I'm used to moving around, you know.
All right. Well, you'll knock something over if you do. There's
Right.
not a lot of room here.
That's true, and I will be very, very sorry if I do.
What are you done?
Well, yeah, we can do it, another later if you want. Or you want to just get them all out now?
What? No. At least do one more. Let's do 3, and then you can have a set. Then we'll do some chatting.
What are we doing? Slump?
Yep.
All right. Slump.
So what's the story behind the song?
This song is actually, I mean, not to bust my guy out here, but yeah, my lead guitarist Kyle here, man, he is going through some shit, you know, and he was trying to get out of that slump. So we started this song, and you know, when I first named it Slump, I was like, man, this song isn't about being in the slump. It's about getting the fuck out of it.
That's good.
And so that's what this is about. And I think
right.
we've all been there at one point or another. Let's get it.
There was a day when I heard somebody say, if I did not change my ways, my life would fade away. There was a time where I said that I was fine. I said I loved my life, but they knew it was a lie. It was a flop, it was a drop, it was a fall, it was a sea. It was a top into a crawl, it was a crash. It was a shock, it was a flump, it was a sea. It was a top into a slump, but the slump is over. But the slump is gone. Got tired of the long days, hard days, tired of getting by. Got tired of these bullshit people, got tired of getting high. I picked it up by the bootstraps, cause I ain't going back, Jack. And I won't get a bad rap. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Today is a new day. Ain't gonna be a blue day. It's gonna be a true day now. I'm gonna hit the ground running. But the slump is over. But the slump is gone. But the slump now is over. But the slump is gone. Yeah. Boom. Boom. But the slump is over. But the slump is gone. But the slump now is over. But the slump is gone. Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Thank you.
You guys gonna come over to the table, throw one more song out there while we're rearranging stuff. Episode 142.
You cannot feel anything that holds us down to reasoning. This beauty unattainable. Every single moment of from a simple dream that everything is beautiful. Swine, filthy in the innocence inside. Open up and see this as you. Living in melancholy make-believe, eternally preconceived, when everything is beautiful. Every single moment of sincerity is blinded with uncertainty, completely unattainable. Swine, filthy in the innocence inside. Open up and see this as you cannot fill the empty space inside. You will not live until you learn to
Oh, that was nice. Do you remember eating that?
Yeah. I had Ginny's burgers with onion on them. Like, I know I got some ring.
Oh, it's coming, man.
That's awesome.
See that place by Olympia was? They have the food trucks out there.
Yeah.
Best burger I've had ever.
Episode 142. We're talking about burgers and belching. So here we go.
That's right.
It's on the cutting edge, right? Well, the band is Send the Message, so there you go, right? And you guys are all local
That's right.
from Bell Vegas.
That's right.
Yes.
Very cool.
Just
You look like you just barely got out of high school. Am I just so old?
we're actually
I'm the oldest
Jesus.
fuck in the band. I'm 38.
You're the oldest
Still
fuck in the
young
band and
by-
you're 38. I had to knock you out of that chair, dude. I got kids older than you.
yeah. We got the young buck over here in the band. He's actually he's only been with us for like 2.5 weeks, so he's actually been doing a really stellar job for what
Did you
he's
graduate high school yet?
I graduated college.
You graduated for you.
That makes one of us.
Yay!
yeah.
Literally the only one in the whole
So you're
band.
not, are you trying to say you're Doogie Howser, or are you just saying you're older than that, huh? Come on, clarify.
I don't know. People still think like literally I just graduated like high school or something like that. It's kind of crazy. Like when I shave my beard, it's pretty bad.
You
gotta
will
pay for
appreciate
it,
this when
I
you're
know I
like
still do.
38, you know,
right.
because.
That's right. You start getting one of these.
I feel real old over here.
Shut up, Eric. So how'd you find these guys? How'd you he discovers a lot of bands. He brings a lot of music into this. It's freaking amazing.
We had the show with Yigga Digga.
Right.
And some of the bars said, dude, you guys have Send a Message play. I said, who the hell's that? I'm not from here, so I didn't know. And then they put me in touch with, I think Mike got in touch. And like literally like day before the show, we got him in there. And then we just got along, and then
So did you guys open for Giga? You guys open for Giga Digga?
Yeah.
Nine Left Dead and Yigga Digga.
Okay. Cool.
Astromoth.
Astromoth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we opened that. He
Which
was just like, yeah, everybody was telling me to for you guys to play here, and
Yeah.
then we opened up, and he was like, well, damn, why the fuck were you guys opening?
Pretty much, you know, but they're a strong band. And then
Yeah, absolutely.
Mike and I kept in touch, and then I forgot how I got in touch with Kyle. I
Yeah,
think.
he messaged me on Facebook just about. Well, I was kind of searching for
Oh,
you know,
bass
musicians
player,
for.
he put some out there. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, cause we kind of went on a little hiatus there for a little bit. I was kind of searching for some different projects at the time, and I mean, I obviously I wanted to get the band, you know, back together, but I was kind of just like, you know, freelancing and just kind of just seeing what my options were, and me and him got in touch and pretty
Started
much
writing.
started writing some stuff, and you know, we got the band back together, and now we're
I was like,
coming back strong
I
again.
can help you guys out with some things. And there you go. We're going up to Detroit at the end of October with Sponge.
Oh,
And
very
then
cool.
guys.
That's very cool.
And Taproot guys too. So
We'll record up there our first actual real professional recording. We've
Yeah.
done, you know, the basement tapes and stuff like that before, but
Mm-hmm.
finally doing it right, you
Yeah.
know, this time. And
Yeah, Eric's a man. He's totally gonna hook you up. So we'll start with you, Kyle. Your name is
I'm
Kyle.
Kyle.
I'm Kyle.
Yeah.
I like long walks on the beach. And
Yeah. I mean, I obviously I love playing guitar. I love deer hunting
Van
too. Van Halen, all that stuff. But no, actually, we us as a band have been together for quite some time. You know, we probably since me and Mike actually started this band back when in high school. Just kind of we were just playing at parties, you know, messing around and
Joe's
stuff.
Garage.
Yeah.
I
and
love that
we
song.
kinda
That is so. Every band starts out like that.
Yeah.
We know the one song. We got the girls dancing. Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah, so this has been like in the making for quite some time, and we just needed the right things to kind of put it together. You know. And,
Have you always done originals?
Yes.
always,
I mean,
So who's the writer? All of you, or a main writer, and you guys throw all your stuff at it and make it a song?
Well, like
or?
I said, Patrick's literally been in the band for a couple weeks, so me and Mike and Josh, we all kind of wrote the lyrics, the music. Me and Mike kind of based like the music part of it,
Right.
and then kind of just fill it in from there. But I mean, obviously we're gonna see what he has to bring to the table because. Like I said, it's only been a couple of weeks, but he's doing a stellar job.
he got thrown in the
he
deep
got
end.
thrown in.
He got thrown the-
inferno.
Yeah, we threw him to the
That's how
wolves
you
pretty
learn.
quick. Yeah.
But he held up. I mean, it was impressive. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, we're just it's been a long time coming, and we're just ready to get out there and show everybody what we got.
So how much music do you have? You got enough for how many albums?
We do one solid LP, I think.
Yeah, we
Wait,
can do
what?
one solid album. Now we have
Yeah,
a lot more that we're working on. That
Right.
We got a lot of older material.
It depends on how long the album really is, because we have some songs that are like pretty long.
Seven
some
minutes.
more,
Right, right.
The amount of songs we have that we need finish still, to focus on that, man. I mean, if you
Kinda
count
picking the
those,
best
man,
right
I mean,
now.
at least two, three, man. And,
Yeah.
and it's just new ideas are coming every day. When you got guys like this that are that talented, man, they're just creating all the time, writing all the time. Kyle, man, this guy comes up with a different riff, a new thing every single damn day. It
Yeah.
seems like
Right.
so, and we can't really keep up with it. We're trying to focus on these other things, focus on the first album, you know. It's like, god damn.
Yeah.
Now we got 10 more songs we need to work
Well,
on. So.
well, the great thing about it is like I'll throw these guys an idea and then they'll just kind of run with it, you know. So I'll just like kind of just give them the idea and then all of a sudden we got a song in like 5 minutes. You know?
That's great.
That's a good problem to
So-
have.
Yeah, that's awesome. But you know, through all, when you're just gonna start recording and doing all that stuff, make sure you at least lay down one vinyl. You gotta have at least one vinyl in your resume and on your shelves.
I get those
And it's
presents.
not a frisbee; it's actually a round thing that you put on a record player, and it has a needle and it plays songs.
I've
Flip
already-
it over. B-side's always the best.
I've talked to
It's always the best.
You know what? That reminds me of something. Well, all the covers that we used to play, you know, before
The
we.
B-sides are the best, aren't they? The
Thank
bomb.
you. That's
yes.
what we always focus on. Is we like playing the B-side covers, not the things that everybody else is playing.
That's-
so
that's a-
I'm
that's a-
very happy you said
There's a
that.
Yeah.
place in Belleville that prints vinyl right there. They do it in house.
Really?
They press it like I know last.
Is it like in the old days when you could go in the booth and create
No,
your record?
They have a knee board and everything else.
seriously.
They can record straight to vinyl. They can do it however you want. But I know the Flaming Lips came in and did one and did a special one like color and did like limited copies and sold out their shows.
Alright,
When
that's
I
awesome.
seen Flaming Lips, that was one of the probably like one of the best shows I've seen. Like as far as like
Another
you know,
underrated band.
Yeah, like
I
I mean,
mean,
just like
they're
all the
just-
stuff they got on stage, it was amazing.
Right.
Like I seen them at Beale Street in Tennessee. That was awesome.
Wayne's Oklahoma crowd.
Yeah, that's going back to like how the band started and everything. So like I remember meeting Kyle way back in the day, and it was like, man, I was the guy that would play on the acoustic guitar, singing for everybody
Right,
or whatever. That's usually the guy that either everybody hates or they love. You know
You've
what I'm
seen Animal
saying?
House, have you?
But I wasn't playing bullshit, you know. And then Kyle, man, we just met randomly, and fucking, they're like, Kyle's just sitting there. He ain't even singing shit. He's just in there shredding in front of everybody, and they're like, "Why the fuck don't you guys play together, man?" Like, and I was like, "Yeah, no shit. This guy can do everything I can't do." You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So started with that. He introduced me to Josh, who is still to this day the best, you know, bassist that I've ever played with in my life. You know, we had our old drummer, but guess what? We got our new one now, and he's coming into his own with us, and man, I'm excited for what the future brings for sure.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's all about chemistry. As long as you can all, you know, let everybody do their own shit, but as long as y'all got that common thread to, you know, do the music and all that. So, what about you, Young Guns? You got some ideas? Got some songs?
Oh yeah, I mean I've been playing since I was like 5 and
Well, that was what, 2 years ago?
just
Come on.
about honestly.
Look at it.
But,
Yeah, he's a baby.
He's got a degree in music business.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's. Are you? Who's a legacy? Who's a legacy as far as parents, uncles,
So,
anybody?
Oh man, that
That be
actually,
you?
That's me. My dad was a drummer. My brother did chorus, and then my dad's uncle, he's a drummer. I think he still plays in like a cover band, but he's like in his 70s now.
That's okay. What's the,
I know,
what's
he
the, is
still
the
rocks
local
out.
cover band?
It's out in Salem, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then my grandpa, he taught music for years.
That's
and
awesome.
Played in a
Very
lot
cool.
of orchestras. So I got a long line of musicians. Oh yeah, and then I got a cousin, Aaron. He plays drums. I don't know if you remember band Refugees around the
Yeah,
local
yeah.
area. That was him.
No
we do.
kidding. That's
So,
awesome. What
yeah.
about you guys? What about you
Oh,
old
no.
guys, huh? Legacy?
No
No?
musicians
Oh.
in my family.
Actually, it's really weird for me. I found out my great grandpa was a amazing organ player. He like played for the church, and he didn't know how to read sheet music. He just kind of just went in there and just jammed with the
Oh,
the
natural
church band.
talent, huh?
And that's kind of how I kind of approached everything. I
Uh-huh.
mean, my dad was the one that kind of got me into like the music. Like actually wanting to play music. You know, he would just crank Van Halen, Ozzy, and all that stuff back
But
in.
you grew up with music.
Yeah, so I grew up around it.
That's
But
good.
I actually didn't even find out until a couple years actually playing that my grandpa was actually into music. So everybody was like, oh well, where did this music stuff come from? Nobody in your family plays. But I just developed just that love, and that's kind of how I started. I mean, I just
Skill.
yeah.
That's awesome. And you've just been playing drums forever.
Yeah, I actually used to take naps on my dad's bass drum. He had a big cutout in the front. I was
Are
probably
you
like
that baby they
3
share
or
about the
4.
pictures of?
I don't know, I
Oh.
was like 3 or 4 years old. I think I can still remember a little bit. But yeah,
That
I
is
was just
awesome.
like curl up in there. But yeah, I mean, growing up, he had like this big wall of vinyl and cassette tapes and everything, and he still has it set up downstairs and stuff. But it could honestly be a small music store, really.
Who was your drummer hero that you loved to hear, listen to, or like said, oh man, I want to play like that guy? Anybody? Is there
Well,
anybody
growing
out
up, my dad played
Ginger?
2112 a lot.
Oh.
So
Neil Peart.
grew up with a lot of Neil Peart. I know that's probably a lot of drummers' inspiration right there, but that was definitely a big one.
Big Neil fan. Awesome.
I was cows.
Yeah, and then definitely Buddy Rich once I got into a.
What about
lot of
Ginger
his
Baker?
Stuff. Yeah, Ginger Baker. Oh man, Bernard Purdy too.
Mhm.
He's a really big inspiration.
Very cool. Very
Simon.
cool. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, actually I worked out in Germany at a festival a few years ago, and then met Simon Phillips through that. That was pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Then still working on the Roseanne Shuffle. He showed it to me. There's actually a couple tricks that nobody
Mhm.
kind of realizes on it, so we'll kind of see how that develops.
What do you think of the electric drums? Do you like them? Or I know it's a whole different animal, but I mean, it's a preference. And there's a friend of mine. His name is Steve Schindler. Shout out to Steve. I gotta give him props. Woo!
So
He has a studio, and he's got those sets. And he does a lot of recording. He helps other musicians, get stuff out there. And yeah, he's got both sets. And so, and I know some drummers like, and some hate, and some just it's fine either one.
So I like to play out on acoustic more. You can get a lot more sonically
Right.
out of it, but Roland drums and Simmons drums have definitely come a long way with their mesh heads and dual triggers and everything. But yeah, I mean, I'll play on them for practice and everything, but I kind of leave it at that. I may put on a trigger or two on my drum set
Right.
or something like that. But I mean, hey, Alex Van Halen did a lot of Simmons drums, and a lot of people might not know that he actually did the bass drum triggers with Simmons drums on Hot for Teacher. So
That's an extremely hard song to play, by the way.
yeah, it is.
So how do you feel about the new Roland stuff that they come out with? Like, it actually looks like new. It actually looks like a drum set. It looks like a real drum set, but it's electric. And honestly, like I was checking it out, and it actually sounds pretty much identical to it. But like, how do you feel about that? I mean, have you checked that one out yet?
Yeah, I actually played on I think like some of the earlier versions of that, like back in Germany again, and I was a fan of it. But again, it'd be cool for like a smaller stage and everything.
Right.
I actually know a lot of professional drummers. They'll get like the $15,000, $20,000 electric kits, and they'll kind of haul that around. I actually played on one of those in a church band a while back, so they're really fun to play at. And
Church was taking in money, man.
yeah.
Telling you, the righteous gemstones. It sounds like.
Honestly, what I really like about them is you can get a lot of sounds out of them.
Right.
And they're
Yeah,
really
but
fun to play with, but
yeah, but nobody can touch that sound.
Yeah.
Nobody can touch a regular good old drum set. I mean, there's something to it. You can bend it crazy and just do whatever. And you gotta have cowbell. You gotta have all the cowbell.
He hasn't brought the cowbell out yet.
What?
I do have a cowbell, but
We haven't
If you
eaten
reach
the
for it,
know.
you're gonna hide it.
yeah,
Get this guy out of here. No cowbell. Why? No,
I
prescription.
he's been in Germany too long.
I asked them if they wanted to play Mississippi Queen, but Josh was like, no.
No. No.
Negative cowbell.
Yeah.
Our last drummer would actually bring the cowbell out just to annoy us. And actually, I have to give him a shout out. It's our last drummer was Kevin Isaac, because it's actually his birthday today. So happy birthday, Kevin!
Oh, happy birthday. So what is it? You're the communist? No cowbell? What's the matter with you?
No,
huh?
I'm not that.
Give me this. Taking this away
shit.
from you.
She took my gavel. Took my gavel.
No cowbell. What?
I'm not hating on cowbell. It just
Sounds
hurts,
like
it hurts
you
my
are.
brainstem.
Oh,
It's
really?
pretty percussive, I admit.
Yeah.
I know, but you gotta have it. It's just one of those things.
It's fun to throw in fills, but me personally, I wouldn't make it as a main groove.
Dude, the triangle player gets all the chicks, man.
And the electric tambourine, don't forget that.
Oh yeah. The electric.
As long as you bring those 3 toys with you on your gigs and throw them at the silly girls, they'll come up, they'll be all over the place. So
Oh yeah.
think about it.
The weird thing is, these guys are they're getting offers West Coast to go play.
Very cool. Do it, take it. All right, so Mr. Cowboy Hater, what's your story?
Well, no legacy really, as far as hand-me-down, musical talent. Picked up a guitar when I was 15. Got asked to play, try out for bass in a band. It was a new metal band back in the day. So they couldn't find a bass player, so they're like, hey, you kind of get it. strapped a bass on you, and then kind of ran with it from there. Fell in love with bass. Ryan Martini's my biggest influence from Mudvayne. Victor Wooten, guys like that, Marcus Miller. Jocko.
That guy's insane.
He's nuts.
Oh,
I'm
he's
nowhere
dead.
near as talented as any of those guys that I just mentioned, but
Shut up, AR.
thank you.
But I have to say, the top guy, I was just talking about him yesterday, Flea. Nobody can touch Flea.
Oh, Flea is a shit.
Well, he's got 4 strings. And he makes it sound like he's got 20. I mean, he makes more sounds come out of a bass that nobody can touch.
Mark King.
He's a special person.
But Mark
He really
King?
is. Flea, he's such a unique person.
He is.
His
Do you know
bass style
Billy,
is-
Billy Sheehan?
Billy Sheehan's amazing. He's a super,
Yeah.
and he's a super nice guy. I worked his show.
Nice.
Super nice guy. I mean,
Yeah, I
wow.
remember him playing with like Mike Portnoy a lot, and I think Steve Vai maybe a couple times.
Let's not forget about Geddy Lee that plays bass and keyboards and sings at the same time. Yeah.
What about Mark King?
Mark King.
Level 42?
Sure.
You know level 42?
Yes.
Am I about to get scolded?
Takes
because I
that
don't know
whole-
who that is?
He's one of the best flat players.
Baby's in here.
You're not wrong.
It's all good. So, do you write any songs?
Um,
Are you just the bass player?
well, I tried to write a couple songs on acoustic, and these guys were like, it's kind of weird to play, so I kind of stopped and stuck the bass. I mean, I help with the kind of the writing process. Most of the real, all that pretty much comes from Mike and Kyle. They're kind of the real geniuses behind the whole sound and everything.
Very cool.
I definitely, help facilitate, figure out parts, we're not quite vibing with, stuff like that, help with chord structures, stuff like that. I do write, for other projects and stuff that I've had going on, but as far as this band, they're the main writing force, I just kind of help facilitate that.
Do a shout out real quick, Jeff. Hit the shout out. From the other band.
Oh, so I am in a cover band called More to Come, and I'm in a heavy metal band called Conspire to Conquer.
There you go.
Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. You got a lot to play.
But I wanted to add, Lost in the Waves and our song Crossing Shadows, Josh pretty much co-wrote that with us, so he's
very
kind of
cool.
he's being a little.
Yeah, so how we work though is that like everybody is involved in that writing process, everybody's welcome in it. That's the beauty of how our band works, is that like we've always been that way, is that whether or not somebody takes the reins on it or not, is that we are open 100% to anybody being involved in any writing, any composing, anything. If you have an idea, put it out there, and we're gonna do it. So
That's cool.
I think that's why we mesh, and we always have. I mean, we've been together for a long time, and I think that's why it works. Is because we make sure that everybody has that position in this band. So
We're one of them lucky bands too that we're all really good friends, and we're really we all agree on everything. We can all talk about stuff. There's no animosity really. Obviously we all have certain disagreements.
There's a lot of things we disagree on.
Yeah,
Music
but-
typically isn't one.
But
Right, but as long, like I said earlier, as long as you just let, everybody does their own shit, you don't get involved in all that crap, it works. So I know that every band, and it's sad to say, growing up in St. Louis, there were so many original bands that we went to see all the time, before you guys were even thought of. But it was, seriously, there was always a venue that had 5 or 6, 7 venues, and even downtown on the Landing. Original bands are playing there all the time. And it was just crazy. But now it's like, you say original music and you get the, and I'm like, stop. So do you do any covers at all, or do you stay, or is there a few that you'll pepper in with yours, or do the opposite and do covers and pepper your songs in with them?
So we kind
Or
of started
depending
out.
on the venue.
We kind of started out doing covers and mixing in originals throughout the sets.
Right.
Over the years, it just became like we kind of fell out of love with doing covers before I was straight.
Yeah.
The passion for us is definitely in the original.
Right.
So we're trying to gear a
Right.
lot more towards just focusing on that, getting our style, our sound out there.
Exactly.
Instead of,
when you start spending more time on other people's music than you are on your own, that's kind of where you start losing where your focus is.
Right.
And so that's why we kind of wanted to start straying away from that. But when you're playing at bars, local bars,
They
and
want to hear
you
the
want
stuff
4
they
hour
want to
gigs,
hear.
and-
Right.
Yeah,
They
and
wanna hear
especially
You gotta do it.
especially
Yeah.
when you're not a big band, you haven't gotten to that level yet.
Right.
And people don't know your music, so yes, they want to hear what they want to hear, and I understand that 100%. But where we are now, it's like we really want to play, really straight towards music venues and not necessarily the bar scene. and everything.
Right, right.
You guys,
on a stage
So-
instead of in the corner of the bar,
Yeah.
moving tables out of the way and shit
you
like
guys
that.
have a great crowd that follows you, though. pack it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So,
Yeah.
but the bars you don't know, you start out with a couple covers and never announce your songs. Just throw them in there, right?
Yeah.
Don't announce your
Yeah.
songs. There's a band that fortunately has to play covers, and they're freaking amazing. I love these guys. They've been here many times. Hooky, Grandpa
Yeah, I've heard
Gano.
of them.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
he is just great.
Yeah.
And his grandson, he's got his own band. He's an
Really?
original band. Yes. I thought it was his son when he brought him in here. It's his grandson. He's how old is he now? 17. But yeah, he's great.
Well,
They-
my
and they
son's
play.
my son's 3, and I've been trying to get him to play guitar. Now he wants to play. Now he wants to be a drummer. So I'm like, Patrick, you gotta teach him.
He
how
can
to
do
play
both.
drums."
He can do both. Let him do both. Let
But
him do
no,
whatever he wants. He
but-
may
but-
end up playing something completely different.
Oh yeah.
You know.
About,
so.
about the covers though, I mean, we kind of just did what we had to do. I think all of us have been in a cover band at one point in time. You know, but when like us ourselves did the covers, we always put our own spin on it, kind of make it our own.
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah,
make
that's
it
the
more
best way to-
interesting. You
right,
know, to play
definitely.
and.
Then you
know,
don't have to work so hard trying to make sound like that song.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so you're close enough. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Well,
Well, it also comes from our influences. I'm a straight up metalhead, you know, Slipknot, Devil Driver, Lamb of God. He's, you know, classic rock, Dave Van Halen, the heavier shit, you know, old school Ozzy. So our influences bleed through in our covers, like our twists on Halloween covers and stuff like that. Like we'll do The Wall by Pink Floyd, and it's like dun 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 dun.
Right, right, right.
And when I came in with these guys, I started throwing in.
You were
know,
disco.
Reggae.
This disco.
I was throwing in reggae ska breakdowns and stuff with these guys, and they're
Yeah,
like,
secretly his favorite
Because these
band
guys
Saba.
aren't, they were never used to playing that stuff. And so it's actually a really cool blend between us because, you know, we have the heavy dynamic and then the softer dynamic and everything in between. So it's kind of like we try to cover all those bases. And it's really from one song to the next, you don't really know what to expect. And we kind of wanted it that way.
You know who Gorilla Theory is?
I do.
Are you a fan?
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
they played Saturday night.
so Patrick, who's your like favorite kind of bands? Like, what's your genre?
See, we're learning more about Patrick tonight.
I know, that's great. Well, we're going to make him talk. We're going to make you
These
talk,
guys actually
Patrick.
really,
Who do you like to
don't-
play?
Yeah, these guys really don't know a whole bunch about me.
We're
what I
gonna
like to
find out.
play,
Do-do-do-do.
Big band, definitely Foo Fighters. I know Josh is a fan of those guys.
Oh, we
Everybody is.
Fan
Who
of
doesn't
the-
like to fight
Nate
Foo? Are you
I
kidding
know.
me? Oh my God, he's still my heart.
Definitely a
Yes.
fan of the Police, Rush, like I mentioned.
Rest in peace, Tyler Hawkins, by the way.
Yeah, my dad actually played a lot of Twisted Sister, so that's kind of a personal favorite right there. Man, there's a lot to name out there.
There is a lot to name, but there's so many underrated bands that didn't get to play. Like one of my good friends, Randy Jackson from Zebra. Oh my gosh, killer band.
What are you going to say from American Idol?
No, Randy Jackson from Zebra.
Who's behind the door?
I never met Randy Jackson from American Idol. I'm good. But
Who's behind the door?
yes, Who's Behind the Door and Tell Me What You Want and the La La song. Yeah, they played the Wildly. They were here.
One band I recently have listened to that it was so. I mean, they were kind of big, but Night Ranger.
Night Rangers. Oh
man,
yeah. So
you
I.
remember Ribfest?
When he
Oh,
closed your
yeah.
eyes.
Oh man, I used to go there all the time, saw them play. They're jumping off the stage at like 50, 60 years old. Back then, it
That
was
song
like,
when you
wow,
close your eyes.
that's
That's one of
still
the best
kinda
rock pop
crazy.
songs ever.
I know.
That-
I know.
And
Yeah.
then I remember watching that show and like the drummer was singing. Like I never saw that before when I was a kid. I'm like, whoa, that's kind of pretty crazy.
I know.
Oh yeah, Grand Funk Railroad, Earth, Wind and Fire, for
Grand
sure.
Yes.
We-
April Wine, the Babies. Look at the talent in the Babies. They should have got way more
yeah.
airplay than they did. I mean, you know, maybe because the name of the band was silly, but I just, you know, but that's my personal opinion. I think that was part of it. They didn't take them seriously.
I think back in the day
But-
from here, the Pale Divine should have been bigger.
Pale Divine should have been way bigger,
Newell
but you
Spirits
know,
should
Rich
have
is
been
all right. He's with Guns N' Roses now, so. But
Newell Spirits should have been bigger.
you talking
Yeah.
about the guitar player, the new guitar player?
Rich Fortis,
Yeah.
he's not that new.
Oh, yeah. Well, and he's not that new. I mean, he's like.
He's
yeah.
from St. Louis.
Yeah,
He's a really good friend of mine.
Didn't
He's
he was with Psychedelic first.
yeah, he was Pale Divine, and
Oh,
then he
okay.
also had the Dead Daisies. That was his band.
My favorite band from around here, like at least from my past, I'm only 34, but I think it was The Urge, man.
The Urge. Oh yeah, Steve Ewing's the bomb.
I've had to put
He-
jam out with Steve, man.
He's a
that was
sweetheart.
one
He's the
of those
first. He was the first guest on this show, on this show that I started, and he's been my anniversary guest every year. So
Nice.
he's amazing. He's just super cool. Have you had his food? Have you gone to his restaurant?
Yes,
yes.
Six hot dogs.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Oh,
My
yeah.
favorite is the gorilla mac and cheese. It is amazing. Oh my
Stormtrooper.
God!
He's one of the nicest
Yes.
guys ever. And
Shout out to Steve Ewing. And don't forget it. He is just amazing.
Ultra talented.
I grew up listening
Yes.
to, to my brother's Urge CDs, growing up, and then next thing you know, I'm hanging out with them, lost sessions
Yeah.
with them.
And
Yeah, man.
we did a cool little cover of Brainless there for a while when we were just kind of mixing the covers in with
Yeah.
the originals. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was always a rocker for sure.
Hell yeah.
Super nice. Yeah, I always told him, Tony and Grace, he's not playing anymore because of his health, but I always told Steve, I said, you and Tony, we need to have a jumping contest, see who can jump the highest, because
Alright.
that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Should jump right in.
Yeah, there you go. But Tony does that song on one of his many bands that he's been with. So yeah, it's just the talent is, and every time he plays, I've seen him play so many times. Talking about Steve, well, either one of them, but Steve is very infectious. I mean, everybody's just like, the whole place is whoa. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's jumping. Everybody's, he just gets everybody excited. He's amazing.
Same guy now. He was.
Yep.
Yeah, I met him in 1991. I think. 91, 92.
That was 2 years after I was born.
Oh, nice.
Like I said.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So who's
Fragile Porcelain Mice. That was another band. They're playing. I just saw a flyer. They're playing a music fest. I can't remember what it
Gravity
is.
Kills.
Gravity Kills. Yes.
I talk to Jeff Shield about it every day.
Yeah.
Get ready for that one. Geared up.
Yeah, he's trying to take responsibility here for getting back together.
Dude, a couple months ago, last year, me and Jeff were talking. I said, I'm working on some solo stuff. I said, well, you perform? He goes, no, I don't think so. I'm too old now. And And I said, well, you need to get the band back together. He goes, no, it's too much of a pain. It's not going to do it. It's not, no one wants to hear it. I said, dude, get out there and do what you're meant to do.
Right.
I'll show you the message. You were meant to do this, and all of a sudden they're getting it back together.
Well, sometimes some bands that are, they reached their peak or whatever, they couldn't do any more. How can we top this? How can we go, do any more? And we're older, we just want to leave it, walk away, everybody wanting more, or walk away on top. Some are like that, and some are like, I'm good, I don't want to get involved in all this shit again, because it is a lot of work, and it's a lot of stuff. People forget how much work.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
But I think after the fall for him when he fell, the balcony thing,
Yeah.
kind of scared him.
See, for us, I don't feel like we've really hit our peak yet. I mean, we've been a band for a long time, but
how long's a long time?
I mean,
10 years.
2016 is when we did the Point Fest stuff and Pops, and
that was our first year.
that was pretty much our first year of like really getting serious
Where'd
about
you
it.
how far did you make it in Point Fest?
We got to the finals, all the way.
Got second round.
Yeah.
And we hadn't been. We had played what live once prior to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, we were pretty proud of that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? For being that fresh, man, that new.
Who beat you?
I think Discrepancies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
They're
That's hard to
great.
beat.
It's hard to beat.
Kudos to
It's
them as well.
oh yeah, definitely. Those
Yeah.
guys. I play their music all the time.
We respected everybody else around us, man,
Right.
and we were just happy to be there and playing around
Right,
these
sure.
guys, man. And we looked at it as like not only meeting these guys and a challenge for ourselves, but like we looked at it as a networking experience as well.
Oh, yeah,
man.
definitely.
Like, dude, it was awesome, a great experience and everything, and we didn't even look at it as like competition like that. Like we were like, hey man, this is awesome. We're playing around these other local bands, and we support every other local band as well.
Well, that's
you know?
that's what you have to do. And since then, there's a lot of Point Fest where these bands have split up and made super bands, or they've gone, doing, we work better with this guy, or we work better with that guy, or whatever. So, which is cool, if that's what they want to do. But I mean, yeah, it's definitely a way to network. And you network with bands, and you can always put shows together. If you say, hey, you guys want to do a show together, whatever. So it just works out better.
Yeah, well, that was the thing about after that Pops thing, we kind of went on. We kind of had a little bit of a hiatus too, and we haven't actually been together as a band like since 2016. There was COVID, there was a little bit of a breakup there.
And life.
Yeah, life.
Right,
Yeah. We all, everybody except for Patrick, we all have kids now, so that kind of got in the way. But
Because he is a kid. You have him as your child now. This is your biggest kid right here. But he sounds like he's the grown up out of the group at the same time.
Definitely the smartest one.
probably, yeah, you're probably right about that one.
Maybe.
But it's just we still kind of maintain our friendship. We've always still done our music, and we've done some covers in between that. But now I feel like we're stronger than ever, and we're very serious about it, and we all want the same thing. We want the end game. I mean, we always told ourselves like we've always believed in this band. We've always believed in our original music and just the message that we're sending. Pretty much the name behind our band name.
You guys should. Have you been to Charlotte Pub ever?
Where's it?
Charlotte Pub.
They're playing
So that Wednesday night she does. Judy is the owner. Got to give a shout out to my sister Judy. 'Cause she's the owner. So she started this about a month or so ago. It's called the Bastards Ball. Wednesday nights they do original artists. And so I will give you guys the information. Call up whoever's running that. I'll give you that guy's name, and you can find out and just go out there. If she likes you, she'll book you. So I mean, and then you can also Bastards Ball. So and you can also network with some more. St. Louis. You've got to you can't just stay in Illinois.
Oh no, we got plans.
Come
we got
on
plans to
over. Come on over.
Redfish,
Hookie's made their way over here, and they play Johnny's Hideout, and they're amazing. They're just so super cool. But there's a few more Illinois bands. Yeah, you've got to make your way over here because there's just a lot of times it just makes it easier. You can play Illinois one night and Missouri the next, where sometimes it's hard to get around to see all the bands.
Oh yeah.
As far as, and some of them won't book the same city, so just throwing it out there.
Oh, well, that's what we're working on. That's
So, yeah.
what we're working on, playing it
Try
anywhere
it.
and everywhere right now. And
Right now you're focusing on you got the recording coming up. You got H's coming up and then Redfish Bluefish.
Yeah. So by the way, we have on September 30th we have we're playing at H's bar in Belleville. It's gonna be like a barbecue from 4 to 8.
Cool.
And it's gonna be an outdoor event. So we'll be selling merch there.
shout out to my buddy Alex and Ethan, the owners of H's, by the way.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
dudes, I heard about that place. I heard it was fun.
Really good
Is
first
it?
time, yeah.
Yeah, they hosted a
And
point.
that's September 3rd?
Don't forget
30th.
That is
30th.
September
Yeah.
30th.
September 30th, that's my bad.
Next year, September 3rd.
Yeah, let me write that
Alex
down.
Roselle, man, and Ethan.
And when you at Redfish? When you at Redfish?
December. What?
Well, yeah, we was about to move it back. It was gonna be next month, but we had,
Well, he's trying to jump the gun on Patrick here. He's only been like I said a couple weeks,
Patrick
so.
wanted time.
Who are you playing with? Have you guys got other bands to play with at Redfish?
No, not
No.
even know
You
it
should
right now.
you should grab somebody.
Oh, but I think that was the plan. Was
Well, originally you were gonna open originally the one that got canceled without me knowing back
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
and then this time you guys couldn't do it. So he didn't say anything. He just wanted to book you, and then we just had to pick a date. And he hasn't said
Okay,
anything yet
gotcha.
about opening an act, but I'll figure that out.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna do a showcase show because that's what we're all about, man. I mean, we want
Yeah.
to play with other bands, and we bring in our people, they bring in theirs, man. It's
Right.
That
It's
band
it's a full
Blister's gonna be
circle
coming up
experience,
soon, and we're gonna be doing stuff with them.
Okay,
in the
cool.
year.
Awesome. But yeah, Redfish, I've seen it done both ways. You can open for a band that's already there, or you can, there's other stuff too. I'll talk to, I talk to you guys about that later. But,
He's a drummer from Cat Creek again.
Dave
Dave
Coughlin?
Dave Coughlin, that's right.
so what do you think about all this, huh?
It's been pretty crazy.
You got this, you got this, you got this.
I was just like, honestly, just sitting in work one day. My boss, Garrett, comes out to talk to me. Shout out to him and if you remember Clear Glass Religion. He was the
Yes.
drummer for that band.
Oh, very cool. Well, yeah, of
So-
course.
I'm like, yeah, sure, man. Like, what's going on? I was like, hey, this band's looking for a drummer. Eric's gonna come talk to you. And yeah, he came back. Eric came over a couple hours later, I guess. And hey,
What are you doing
this-
tonight?
yeah, what are you doing tonight? be here at after work and whatever. And I had no idea what these guys were gonna sound like. I'm like, all right, what how am I gonna play these drums? I mean, like, I've had a lot of lessons, so I mean, I'm kind of pretty adaptable to a lot of genres. Was in jazz in high school, so pretty easy to improvise.
Well-
In college, but
Well, especially with original music. I mean, it's not like playing somebody else's stuff. So, I mean, if you adapt to that and these guys like you, yeah, stay
Fun-
where you're at.
funny enough, I mean, they just told me like the structure of these songs and like
Mhm.
kind of how they wanted it to sound, and like Kyle had sent me a few videos before to kind of get a sound of it, but like as soon as we started playing, I'm like, oh yeah, I mean, I can really jam on this and really figure it out. And I was pretty surprised by like how they sound, because it's pretty much almost exactly like what I wanted to play in a band anyway. So first couple practices, I was like pretty surprised how quickly we meshed together.
And you don't
got the
piss off
sound
the
down.
bass player.
No, I mean,
Or he
yeah,
doesn't
I
piss
mean,
you off.
Mike said it too. He's one of the best bass players around, and I would quite heartily agree with that.
Yeah, and he honestly, like, we were sold the first practice, and we were like, all right, yeah.
I played in a cover band with Kyle for, 2 years before?
Yeah, that's actually how me and Josh met, was when we played in a cover band. I was Hobnob, back in Belleville around there, and we just...
That was with our good buddy John Merriman.
Yeah, John Merriman, Jamil, Kevin was Kevin Isaac in the band. But I pretty much was kind of thrown in the wolves on that one too. Jamil actually taught me like my scaling and like classical kind of vibe at the melodic rhythms where he works right now actually.
Yep.
And he's like, well, I'm going to be an X-ray. He's going to medical school to be an X-ray guy. And I was like, you got 2 weeks to learn these songs. And he sent me like 40 songs. And I was like, oh shit, all right. So I got to sit in my room for like a week. And but I came in there and we instantly just became friends and played with the band for a while. And I was like, hey, Josh, Kevin, why don't you check out this little original stuff that me and Mike are doing? And the first night it was just kind of just like magic happened and. We're like, oh shit, what the hell is this? Just kind of formed from there.
Cool.
These guys, I will say, these guys are picky about who they have. Or, he's got to be this, And so I knew they had one guy that wanted to try, but he kept pushing off. So we got Patrick. I'm like, I'm bringing a drummer.
Right.
He's going to play. This guy, he's good. And he gets there. They're like, well, we don't know. We'll play the first 2 songs. They're like, yeah, he's in. I mean, it was just right.
Well, that's good.
We
That's
did click
awesome.
with him pretty much instantly.
Yeah, it was
that's
good to watch from the outside.
You got a smart guy.
Yeah,
You can hear.
It helps that me and Kyle are it helps that me and Kyle are both bow hunters and everything. So I'm like,
So
that's pretty cool. So I mean, like,
yeah, and we shoot them, and these guys like to eat them, so it's kind of a win-win,
Right, there you
So,
go.
Yeah,
Where's my extra?
Just to watch the
Right.
way they do
Just
it.
bring the jerky. That's all I want.
That guy needs some back straps.
Obviously,
I really-
very, very important, part of being in a band with somebody is that it's not only your musical skill and what you're doing on your instrument or with your voice or whatever, but it's getting along with that person and vibing with those people. And
There's a lot of long drives. You don't want to kill somebody on the drive.
Definitely.
It's huge for longevity.
yeah, you can be
Yes.
the best musician in the world, but if your bandmates don't like you, it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
out.
it's gonna
You're the
suck.
best musician, but the biggest asshole, man.
No, the whole ass, not just the hassle. You're the whole ass.
But you're my asshole, man.
So, can we play some more music? Can we play some more music? Can you asses get up and play some more music?
Hell yeah.
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. And finish this bottle of bourbon, please. Please, please, please. It was a gift to me from, I don't know who gave it to me, but I said, I'll hang on to it. Somebody will drink it.
Is that battery light on that?
Yeah, they're going to play some music. Oh, no, I'm going to sit here and stare at them like an idiot. Oh, let's listen to, here we go.
Keep your mouth, sit and talking to me. Your negativity seems spread like disease. If you move your body, express yourself to the bees. If you live up, let the conversation pick up. If ignorance bliss and no one heaven to see, I kick competitively. The cover shoulder to see. If you let it, don't come around Jesus and maybe you see. Yeah, you really keep your mouth out. Yeah, of this conversation. Yeah, just keep your mouth out. Yeah, of this conversation. Just keep your mouth out. I'm kidding it, conversation lit, top of relative. Come quick if you wanna spit that venom. Back to the rhythm, back to verbatim. Give a damn what you saying, this the wrong situation to be. The fake news come to uneducation and playing. I'm a youth, can you hear my nation? No resolution for the problems that we're facing. Chill. Keep your mouth out, yeah, of this conversation, yeah. Just keep your mouth out, yeah, of this conversation. Just keep your mouth out. Throw your 2 cents in the shirt, it's down. It doesn't work that way. It your mouth out. Just keep your mouth out. Yeah, this conversation. Yeah, keep your mouth. Yeah. This conversation. Just keep your mouth out. Mouth out.
Our microphone holder. What's your name, babe?
Courtney Jackson over here.
Courtney
Kyle's
Jackson.
girlfriend.
Shout out to Miss Courtney. She's a number one fan.
She's a huge supporter of the band. She comes to every show.
That's awesome.
I love her dearly.
We love you, Courtney.
Okay, ready?
We are.
Go.
All right. This one's called Never the Same.
Okay.
do what? Don't waste my time.
Yeah.
What do you want, man?
You got time for that? Big 40.
We got Don't Waste My Time. We got Ballad.
Don't waste my time.
2 more. Do both of
Two
them.
more.
This one's long.
That one was long.
That one was
Don't,
long.
don't, waste
This
my
one's
time.
long.
Don't waste my time.
Well, let's do. You want
It's either one long one or 2 short ones. So what do we got?
Do a short. If you just do a long one, let's do a short one. Pick
Don't
something.
Do we have a short one?
Don't waste my time.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it.
All right.
I'll turn it up a little bit so you can pee in.
You're always sitting waiting for this drastic change. I always feel like I'm stuck here in this cage. So now you got to decide if it's worth it or not. We can't just keep on turning in this melting pot. I'm tired of crawling, walking and running for miles and miles, and end up where we've been for this long, long while. So tell me if we can make it what we want it to be. If we don't change what we're doing, gotta set me free. So don't waste my more time, so don't waste my time. Don't move too fast. Don't waste my time. Don't move too fast. Nah, nah, 'cause it all falls apart. Here in the middle, it all falls apart. Here in the middle. Wait, yo! Wait, yo!
A little bit.
It is. How about one more, guys? Can you do it?
Call it.
Pick something.
How's your voice?
I mean, I'm good, but I don't know. What are we gonna do?
What do you want to do? Patrick, what do you want to do?
I like to sit down and drink beer.
That's an honest answer.
There you go. One more song, Patrick. What would it be? You can play anything. You can even do a silly cover if you want.
Oh, no covers.
Good for you. Good answer. The only answer. Whoa, whoa.
Is it
All
ballad,
right, give it
ballad?
up for that.
Yeah, Get Down isn't really done yet. But
Hey, we also got By the Water.
Other water across shadows.
we can do.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Ballad?
Do it.
Hold on, let's do By the Water.
No, let's do ballad. Ballad.
You can do it.
You can do it.
All night long.
I'm gonna be freestyling this song.
We'll let you know if you sucked, okay?
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yes, yeah. Oh, and the crowd goes wild. Sing.
Look at how the time goes by. Look at how it's all so clear. Look at how we all get by. Look at how it disappears. Wait till the time is right. You know the right place to go. Know that we always fight. No, we gotta take it slow because it's always seen. It's for the taking. Now we see the hearts are breaking because of it. It's always been the in between. Well, it's from within and now we hold it down. It's all so slight. Now we see we always fighting. Oh, it's on. So please, just believe me. So please, oh please, don't deceive me, no, no. 'Cause everything we wanted seems to change it. And everything we wanted, you rearrange it. Because I want it all, it's for the taking. Now we see that the hearts are breaking. Because I mean, it's always been where the empathy is from within. at how the time goes by. Look at how it's all so clear. Look at how we all get by. Look at how it disappear. Wait till the time is right. You know we gotta take it slow. Know that they always find. Now we gotta get up and go, and now it's always here. It's for the taking. Now we see the hearts are breaking because of it. It's always been the in between. Well, it's from within, and now we hold it down. It's all so slightly. Now we see we're always fighting on and on, on and on. So please, just believe me. So please, oh please, don't deceive me, no, no. It's everything we wanted seems to change, yeah. It's everything we wanted, you rearrange, yeah. Because I want it all, it's for the taking. Now we see that the hearts are breaking because of me. It's always been with the in between. Well, that's from within, and now we hold it down. It's also slightly. Now we think it's also frightening. Now, yeah, 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 yeah.
Courtney's approval. Woo, woo, woo.
All right.
Everything
Awesome.
is her approval.
That's good. That's good. That's good. So they didn't suck? Of course not. Episode 142.
Thank you,
Send
Courtney.
in the send the message. So well, I was gonna ask you. So what is the what was the story behind the name of the band? How'd you come up with that?
Oh,
Send the message.
Oh, can I tell
That's
this
Kyle's
one?
yeah,
story?
go ahead. Go ahead.
You tell the story.
Could I do it, or should I do it through here? Or
Whatever you want to do.
there? Okay. Yeah. Let me put this down.
That's all good.
Thanks for the heads up.
You're on video the whole time.
I gotta get my chair back though.
This goes out on YouTube.
Get a chair. Have a seat. Get your beer, Patrick. You need another one? You good?
I still got like
Hey,
half.
Josh, you need
Okay.
me a beer? A bush?
Ooh, I'm sweating over here.
I like them. I like that bush. You know.
Mike, you know you've been on video the whole time, right?
Yeah, I know that.
They don't care.
Right. So yeah, I guess. So the name behind the band was like, we had been looking for a name
Thank you,
for
sir.
a while now. Me and Kyle have been playing for a while. We were just trying to find the right name.
Right.
Josh came along too, and then it was really weird, man. It was a blend of two different things. I'm not trying to piss you off, Courtney, but he had an ex that he was like, man, I've known this girl for a long time, blah blah blah, but like I just didn't know what to like say to her and da 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 this and that, and I was just like, he's like, just going for it, and I was just like, well, just send a fucking message, man.
Right.
That's what it means to him, right?
Right.
To me,
Is that her?
Kyle.
What is
Good
she?
job, Kyle.
Yeah, you're right.
I know Kyle.
She better not be
Come on,
texting you
man.
back.
She's listening right now. But what it means for the band as a whole, though, man, is that every song that we write is about something 100% genuine and from the heart. We will never write a song, compose a song that is not 100% genuine, and that's what we
Right.
pride ourselves on. We don't write no cheesy ass fucking bullshit.
Right.
Pardon my French, but
That's
what
not
it
French,
is.
but hey, thanks.
Because look, I know,
Not French.
but we don't do that kind of stuff. You know, we write real music and we pride ourselves on that. And so that's what send the message mean, is that through every single song that we write, we're writing something serious, genuine, and from the heart.
Very cool.
We do it because we love kind of just the happenstance of when we write something, it comes out as something we all feel.
Right.
We're not gonna play if we don't feel it.
Yeah.
And
I don't
also,
think any band should ever do that anyway.
And
It's
also,
kinda
I
feeling
mean,
it,
kind of behind like sending the messages, telling everybody that the message is, music's not dead. It's, I mean, I'm not saying that it's dead now. I mean, there's a lot of great bands out there and a lot of good music that's still being put out there. But as far as like original bands and rock, like rock, like it's just it just seems like it's kind of fading away. So we're just trying to send that message that it's not dead yet.
I don't think it's fading away. I think it's more like, and I've said this a million times, there's not, I mean, from where it started, I mean, back in the day, before you guys were even thought of, believe it or not, musicians would play a song a million times before they laid down the tracks. If somebody messed up, they started over. They kept playing and playing and playing in the studio because that's how it started. Now a lot of stuff is, electric or pre-recorded or whatever, and people lay down tracks and it's just like it's kind of watered down some. It's not the same. The whole blood, sweat, and tears is not there when they're playing music. And when they played live, they played flipping live. That was it. There was no pre-recorded shit, anything.
That's why I was
It's like overproduced nowadays. It's like too sterile.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Because
why
bands can get, they can drop $500 to $1,000 and get a decent enough home recording studio going that they can record a pristine thing on their own.
Yeah.
But it's like almost too sterile. The way the production is nowadays, like, I feel like we try to hold on to that nostalgic kind of sound being a little more organic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So look,
Right.
there's a quote that I always love, man. We were talking about listening to vinyls earlier, so we never got to my backstory, but we don't need to go there now. All I'm saying is that I grew up, listening to my folks' albums and vinyls and everything, right? And one of my favorite quotes is that with the old school vinyls is that what made the old school vinyls better than anything that all this perfected shit now is that it's the perfect imperfections.
It is, but it's such a deep, rich sound. I will listen to vinyl all day long.
That's
I
what
love
I'm
it. It's just like you can't touch it.
It's
Nothing can.
perfect.
Cassettes. They used to have a thing called 8-tracks. It was like a box.
I'm still
not gonna tell you what
old
those
enough to know
are.
what an 8-track is.
Watch a few documentaries.
Back in the day, you've seen pictures.
Right?
Yeah, they did exist.
Of
Believe
that
it or not.
fossil.
I mean, I've got 78s. I've got the old 33 and a half. I mean, they've got all kinds of old albums and records, and it's like that sound is something you just can't touch.
Yeah.
Nobody, you can't duplicate it. I mean, it's just, it is. It's
On the
amazing.
radio now, the pop top 10, whatever you want to call it, that's just not gonna be running 10. Nobody's gonna remember the songs because they suck. There's no bands that like.
It doesn't
Are still
necessarily
like
mean
AC/DC.
that.
Yeah,
They don't
so-
really
No
suck.
AC/DC.
It's all subjective. you
But
know,
I mean,
like,
one hit song is still like Bohemian Rhapsody. That still is.
Nobody's gonna
today.
touch that song.
well,
and
I'm saying something like that, no
Freddie
one's
got
gonna remember.
panned for that when he first. But they said nobody's gonna listen to this, a rock opera, blah blah blah. I was like, oh man, I'm so glad he was such a pioneer because every time they told him no, he was double fuck you, and he was doing it all.
Now
And
they
guess
have
look
and
at that
that-
guy.
The sugar-
I
the
mean,
sugar- the
he's
sugar stuff-
amazing.
That is
The
right.
sugar stuff on the radio, ooh baby,
Right.
baby. Nobody's gonna be singing that shit in 10 years.
No, the only, you know what it turns into one of those songs that's annoying, gets in your head because a friend of mine, Franny, we do this thing on Facebook. We go back and forth. There's a song that's gonna stuck in your head, like Pina Colada song. You know what? It's there. Ugh, I don't want to hear this stupid song again. But yeah,
I'll give it to him.
Rock me like a
Rupert
wagon
Holmes-
wheel.
Rupert Holmes, the Escape song.
yeah.
That's just some
Yeah.
brilliant writing, though.
Right.
Because no one knows what you know. You think,
Yes.
oh my God, he's having an affair.
Look,
Right.
so
It's-
our outlook on it is that like it doesn't make a difference to us if we make a difference. If 10 people in this world can listen to any of our songs and get something out of that in any way, that's what
It's worth it.
that is what's worth it to us. We've done our job as musicians, right?
Right, definitely.
So whether it's 10 people or one person in a fucking room,
Right.
that makes a difference to us. Not 10 million. If it is to a million, fucking awesome.
One
But
song
that's
can save
all
a-
we
one song
care
can
about.
save a life.
That's where our care lies and why we do what we do, and that's it.
That's because of what music did for all of us growing up.
100%.
We want to basically pass along the same thing to the next
100%.
generation.
And you've got to have, my other thing I always say is we've got to have more original sound.
Yeah.
I think the very last band to ever impact my life, I mean, just badass, when I was in high school in the 70s. In the 70s. When I went to high school, my friends are like, they were on me about, because I was such a music freak. I mean, ever since I was a little kid. Man, let me tell you a story. So back in the day, 100 years ago, I grew up in this little town called Wentzville. Chuck Berry used to come over. My daddy made him a guitar. He used to jam with my dad.
No shit.
So so Ingrid, his daughter, and I have been friends ever since we were like
Damn.
5. So my daddy was a luthier. So and he's listened to KC when it first came out. I was itty bitty baby, but I've been listening to it since with 67s when they came out. So
Explains a lot.
I was 6, 7 years old when it came. Yeah.
Wow.
So and I've been turned on to all kinds of music. I listen to Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass.
Oh, dude.
There's an album called Whipped Cream. It's got a girl on the
Yep.
cover.
Yep.
She just turned 60-some years old. It was on Facebook. But, I mean, I've listened to anybody and every. Jan and Dean, some old, they called it race car rock. And it was
I had to school him on the
they were.
wrecking crew.
Oh,
You know,
no
those
shit.
guys, yeah, they.
And that's why you do what you do, though.
And it's just been a part of my life forever. I mean, but.
It's in your heart.
So my friends are like, okay, who's the newest band? And first time I heard Rush, I was like, what the hell? I mean, girls don't like it, but it's like they called it the nerd music because, guys and this kind of thing. I was like, oh my God. I came running to school, I'll never forget this, and I said, these 3 guys are from Canada, and the drummers' bands are octagon shape, and my friends are like, oh, they suck. I said,
What are you talking about?
they said they suck. I said, holy shit. I said, are you out of your mind? Oh, no, listen to this. My first album was not 2112 like everyone else. It was Permanent Waves, which is the album that changed them in regards to their sound. They had their sound, but they put the whatever on it, and it was just like,
Just where they went
I mean,
more.
it was still Rush, but it was another sound of Rush. So they have to have their original music. My favorite song is The Priest of Syrinx.
Oh yeah, I love
And
that
the Meek
song.
shall inherit the earth.
Oh nice.
Would you say that's the band that kind of churned everything?
I think that was one of the most original sounds, the most distinct original sound that I've heard. That Boston has their sound, REO has their sound, Van Halen has their sound.
And you hear it, you know it's them.
it's like
Yeah.
there's a lot of bands who copy. There's a lot of bands who say, oh, I like this, I like this, I like this. Find your sound. That's the big thing, to me. It's like we need more original sounds out there, not copycats.
These guys did it right because the blend of their
Right. So
influences. I was like, holy shit! Don't change a
Right.
thing. That's
Right.
what you got. Do your thing. Let him Van Halen out, and everybody's just.
And Josh Metal's out, and Mike Reggae's out, and Patrick
Not to
fucking
sound egotistical or anything,
Patrick Alternative's out.
But we're a band full of hey, not that it sounds egotistical or anything, but we are a band full of mavericks. Really.
That's good.
You're a maverick on guitar. I do my thing, overplaying or whatever.
You know
Mike,
what we're playing.
he's got one of the most innate voices I've ever heard. He's just a natural.
He goes all out in
a
practice.
Natural singer.
It's like he's doing a show. It doesn't matter. He turns around. He's getting the funk on, and it's like.
you got a great range.
wow.
So find your sound, and
I tend to overdo it.
and
But you feel it. And
What?
You make other people feel it, and that's what the music
Right.
is. But
You-
then
what- you-
they watch the crowd when they play. People who never heard them before turn around, and all of a sudden they're
right.
everyone's getting into it.
That's good. That's good.
make
You
it
keep their
impact.
attention. So just find your sound, and that's I think that's the key to everything because you don't want to sound like everybody else.
I can't picture one person here and going, "Oh, they suck," because no. Everyone,
No, he didn't
everyone
suck.
likes them. Everyone likes them. I mean, that's the thing.
Well, that's why
awesome.
we're learning to be professionals about it and practice.
Well, yeah.
Bros in a garage, doing this shit for how fucking long,
Yeah.
jamming in the garage.
Well, if you ever forget where you came from, just listen to Frank Zappa's Joe's Garage,
Oh, I
which is
love
one of my
Frank Zappa.
favorite all-time songs. I listen to that. I still laugh. And cry because it's a great song. It's so real about what happens with garage bands. It's how it's done.
Appreciate the
Yeah.
journey.
So
I
yeah,
got
definitely
to
for sure.
see Dweezil Zappa open up for Return to Forever back in high school, so I had never listened to Zappa live at all, only my dad's records and everything. So it's definitely something else when you hear it live. So
Oh, definitely for sure.
Yeah, the master of 12-minute songs.
oh, I know.
Alice's restaurant.
Can't do that on. We can't do that on the radio no more, can you?
Sure you can.
On hers.
You can do whatever you
can, you
want.
can.
You can do whatever you want.
You
Yes.
still can, but it's nowadays they say people's attention span is like 30 seconds to the TikTok or something.
Yeah.
So it's hard to.
Yeah,
Well,
well-
like I said, we have a couple songs that are maybe over that 6-minute or 7-minute mark. But when as far as recording it and as far as actually putting it out there, we're gonna do this kind of the Pink Floyd side A side B version of it.
Dream Theater.
Yeah, I love
When
it.
you're
John
when you're doing
Petrucci
songs
is-
as long as they are, then yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
I seen
Talk
Dream
about-
Theater
talk
open
about
for.
Mavericks in a band.
Oh
Yeah.
man, they're amazing.
Andy's going to be recording and engineering and producing it up there with Dave Coughlin from Taproot. as
Oh,
well.
no kidding.
So they've got very good hands.
Well, I happen to be a pretty big Taproot fan, so
Really?
they were amazing. I saw them open up for Mudvayne. The End of All Things to Come tour cycle. Before the album even came out, I saw Taproot open up for Mudvayne at Pops.
It's going to be like
This is
ruined.
2003
It's going to ruin it for you when you meet him on
or
stage.
4,
You're like, hey, what's up?
Amazing show.
All right, Eric. So what's on tap for these guys? What's the next deal? What are they going besides going in the
They've got a lot
studio?
of stuff in the works. I got to talk to them about as well as a meeting. A lot,
Let's go with the next one.
Yes.
September 30th.
September
30th.
30th.
That's a 4:00 show.
H's Tavern, Belva, Illinois, 4 to 8.
Thank you, Brandy. Shout out.
Thank you,
Shout out to
Ethan,
Brandy.
Alex.
Alex. For a few days, 4 days, whatever, 5 days. But then we come back, and then right when we come back,
What are we doing in
Yeah.
Detroit?
So you're recording.
So Dave Coughlin from Taproot and Andy Patlin from Sponge are actually producing our first EP, which was really awesome. And it's gonna be our first. Yeah, big thanks to them. Honestly, this is a huge opportunity for us, and it's kind of getting us
There's gonna be some other people probably too.
And
Jason Heartless probably.
That's our biggest focus right now. But then after that, yeah,
We've got a lot of stuff.
We're gonna
It's,
do, we're gonna do
sorry,
Red
when we
Fish
get back,
Liquid,
it's
some
gonna
other
be,
things.
you're gonna hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Yes,
Slump's
definitely.
over.
Yeah. So,
You're gonna hit the ground running.
I like the reference too.
Oh, trust me, you're gonna like what's going on. We have to. Yeah, they're gonna be. The next local show is December 1st that I have right now, but between then they're gonna be.
Well, we're done. I'll give you guys some contact names to call to get some gigs. So yeah. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, you have to move your way into Missouri because there's so many venues out here.
We're never gonna forget it. We're never gonna forget about Missouri. I mean, we're always gonna come back for even if we get lucky enough to actually do the bigger stuff. Like we're always gonna come back to our hometown no matter
The amount
what.
of talent that's in this city is in St. Louis alone is just mind-boggling.
It is crazy.
You don't hear have them on the radio or what, like mainstream radio at least and whatnot, man, because it's
These
fucking
guys are
crazy
humble. They don't forget where they
how
come
much
from.
talent is around here, man, and they don't get fucking recognized. A lot of them don't even, they're not worried about that. But I just want to let everybody know, St. Louis is a fucking monster of a music city, and that shall never be forgotten, man.
And nobody realizes. I mean, I've been all over, and I've not been in one city where there's so much talent, and almost every venue is full every weekend. With
the national acts keep passing us up.
well, it depends on where they're at, and it depends on the venues that can take them, and it's a money thing.
And it's every genre, though.
Yes,
It's not
it
just
is.
rock. It's fucking. It's rock.
all
it's
over.
rap. It's fucking country.
Everything.
It's everything you could think of, man.
Yes.
There's so many talented people around here, man. We just want everybody to be heard, including ourselves, obviously. So with that being
Send
said,
them a
we
message.
support anybody. Hey, we're sending a message, man.
And when push comes to shove, they will they'll come together. You guys want to grab some of these local seasoned musicians that you like, you can always ask them. They'll definitely play on your CDs or whatever.
Absolutely.
Throw them on there because that's going to help you sell some of your stuff. Maybe. I mean, I'm just saying, throwing it out there, and they will do it. They'll do it in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. And we wanna
And
collaborate, too.
when you do get it, make sure you talk to these guys that are selling all this original music, like Walter Ray at CD Warehouse, Joe Smith, Joe's Records, and then there's
Stuff out there.
yeah,
Brick and mortar.
but they have they have their own
Hard copy.
sections for original artists. You know, stop in there and say hi and drop off some of your stuff, and they'll sell it for you on consignment.
Absolutely.
Now you can't go wrong with that. But and they're local musicians. So Joe Smith he was the front man for Throw the Horns forever. So he decided to step down and just do his record store. So he's awesome.
Yeah, the first round of shirts these guys got, they weren't sure about it. And it's okay, let's do 20. And then
Yeah.
that, and then
I got a T-shirt guy for you too. I'll talk to you about him. I got two of them actually. They do pretty good, pretty good work. But yeah, you have to just work your way into Missouri and throw some get with some of these other bands that play out here that and set up some stuff. But I have to give a couple shout outs. So Vance Towns, his band is Bad Tattoo, and my bad Vance, I did not look up to see where you're playing this weekend, but he does a show on Thursday nights through Todd Kohler's KGF Rocks. And he always mentions us, and he plays all original music too, all St. Louis original music. So shout out to Vance. He's on Facebook as VBT Towns if you want to look him up. Yes, he's great. And next week I've got Kevin Wayne Gruen who's going to be in here. He's just laid down some new music, so if you guys know, he does an acoustic stuff. He's really good.
Nice.
Plays a lot of wineries and whatever. So.
Fuck yeah, Kevin!
Well, Kevin Wayne Gruen. He wants his ass out, and that's the way I want him to get started. Jeremiah Johnson, who's a good friend of mine, when he
played with him.
We shared a stage with Jeremiah Johnson.
he's a sweetheart. When he back in the day.
Yeah, I know what that's it.
Oh, was that did you? Yeah, he's super cool. He works his flipping ass off. He played every venue he can get his hands on. He started out in a band. They did a lot of. It was a cover band called Next Red, and they opened for Blind Melon and stuff like that. And then I think it was 2013 is when I ran into him, and he said, "I'm starting my own band again, and it's going to be my originals. I'm getting back to my blues roots."
Ironically, we opened for him at Oktoberfest, and our first show back at Schmitty's, he actually played 2 days after us.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, oh, wow.
He's super cool. He does a show at Redfish. I think one of the Thursdays every month he does a show there. So
Shout out to Cliff.
shout out to Cliff, of course. Yes. And he's played every venue. He played all over Soulard. I mean, it didn't matter. He was playing every flipping venue, whether he made $1 or he made $2,000. He played every show he could get his hands on.
Mm-hmm.
And he's laid down he's been on Billboard with his singles and his CDs. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he has a Sirius channel too.
Nice.
So I've got, I think he's on his 5th CD. I'm not sure, but yeah. And he's had everybody play with him. He's great. He's just amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And hit him up. You can always ask him, and he will give you some pointers or whatever. But yeah, he's super, super nice. So he's another one of those great original artists who, he's just getting bigger and bigger. So.
I'd like to say shout out to you as a veteran, and him and Tweet is a veteran. These guys, 9/11.
9/11 is today, so yes, definitely. That's just something we'll never ever forget.
Go Army.
Army.
Hey, all three of us are. Hey.
All three Army.
Four. All four.
You Army? You Army, Tweez? You Army?
Man,
Shit.
Yes. Yes.
And Coast Guard don't count.
Both my parents were in the Air Force.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So,
Bravo.
Fly boy.
He's Air Force brat.
Full Bravo.
Uncle in the Marines. Got a lot of
Manager.
family members that are past service
It's
members. so,
now 11
yeah, that
bang
really
bang. It's
impacted me
12
pretty
boom
bad,
boom.
So.
We
Right.
blow this shit up.
Yeah, my son, he did 8 years.
Went to Fort Leonard Wood.
6 months, 7 months in the Army.
You don't think you're young to have a kid.
I have 3. I have 4 grandsons.
Oh, you're
Believe it or not.
grandma cat.
I am a grandma. Don't call me Grandma Cat. You want to throw that right here? Do you need that? How about do you need that guitar player?
We need him back. He doesn't need his face. We just need his hands.
Put your fingers up there. Which one do you not need the most?
Right hand pinky.
I'll sacrifice one of mine.
So, we need to get out of here. Tweezy needs to go home. And we didn't give a shout out to Tweezy because he means. So we are going to, hopefully I keyed up the right song. And we are out of here. Next week, we're going to have Wayne Gruen. Thank you guys so much. Episode 142. Send the message.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Eric. Eric's going to bring me somebody else one next month. He knows a lot of people. He brings a lot of talent in here. It's freaking amazing. So hopefully.
Well, and Andy said to say hi to you. So.
Oh, Andy. Hi, Andy. Shout out to Andy because he's the bomb dig. You can do all your famous work for your bands. Are you playing this weekend?
Not my bands, other
Your
bands.
Okay, go ahead.
Friends of mine. So I want to give a shout out to Within the Giants Reach,
Yeah.
Norman Lucas, and the guys from San Antonio. Norman Lucas grew up in Collinsville, Illinois. He's been doing it forever in
Very
the metal
cool.
genre. Also, As There Shatters and Gray's Divide. If you like metal, check those guys out. They're all local guys and they're amazing metal bands. Check them out.
Very cool. Very cool.
Me original band NC, Tony Barcinas was a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Me and Mike's friend. They got a really good reggae project going on. So
Very
check out In the Sea. They got some songs on YouTube.
Another shout out. This station.
Hell yeah.
Keep in tune, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Keep
This is
original.
awesome.
Stl Roar, yes.
Nothing but love and respect to you guys, and we appreciate it.
Keep local music alive.
Definitely. All right.
Big things.
We will see. Oh, and of course, shout out Miss Courtney.
The microphone holder. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she's awesome. And for her
Yeah,
next,
I hear what
and for
you're
her
doing.
next trick, she's gonna do what?
Hold the microphone at home.
Hold the microphone.
Oh.
Oh, here we
Carrie does
go.
it. Carrie does it. Carrie does it.
It's all about the money, and that's all that matters now. Ain't it funny, honey, how the world's turned upside down? We used to laugh and cry, we sang about the matters of the heart. Now it's nickels, dimes, and dollars with a $5 cover charge. Now see, I got paid last Friday, and I was checking out my check stub. Taxes on this, dues on that, hell, they barely left enough. Now the preacher says another 10%, come to the Lord's house and pray. I guess I'll be watching football come Sunday. 'Cause it's all about the money, that's all that matters now. Ain't it funny, honey, how the world's turned upside down? We used to laugh and cry and sing about the matters of the heart. Now it's nickels, dimes, and dollars with a $5 cover charge. Take a vacation from our current situation. Greedy politicians, they put us in this position. They're sending our boys overseas for the price of oil. But the weapons of mass destruction are right here on our own soil. Penalties and bankruptcies and factories moving overseas. We got no benefits and counterfeits and one ugly deficit. We got credit card identity fraud where it stops. Oh my God, we got handouts, sellouts, and bailouts. Snake wanna shout. It's all about the money, and that's all